Şuradan nereye çıkıyorsa animasyon girecek. Wow.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Ben Alim. Kanalıma hoş geldiniz. Bugün sizlerle beraber Sherlock Holmes'a devam ediyoruz. En son eve gelmiştik. Ondan sonra eve geldikten sonra baktık Sherlock Holmes böyle yatıyor. Şu an Watson olarak da Sherlock Holmes'u inceliyoruz. Evet, hadi videoya geçelim artık. Bu pil. En son Sherlock Holmes ölümsüz hissediyorum demişti. Orada bir altyazı çevirme hatası olduğu belli. Bilek. Evet, mouse'la sol klavyeye basıyorum.
A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute.
Yok, bu sıkıntı.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Bu surette gibi bir şey şu an ya. Ya ölürüm ya ölmem.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ne oluyor?
Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in two young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but what?
As I said,
And they were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these two young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Hamamdalar, çıplaklar ve bağlılar. Şu an anladığım kadarıyla o 3 maddeyi anladım. Hemen oraya doğru yol alalım. Yani kıyafet güzel. Şapkalı dedektif kıyafeti vermesine ne verirse versin. İlk daha
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
İnşallah bu yayınlanabilir bir şey olabilir yani.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes, the manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details. Any progress, Mr. Holmes?
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Şu adama neredeydi bu adam? Evet, Bay Phillips'le konuşalım.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
En son inceleyeceğim.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
En sonunda bir inceleyelim. Orta yaşlı, sakallı zaten. Biz. Evet, yeni kesmiş sakın. Evet. Hormonu gösteriyor galiba. Bir mektup var. Telgraflar var. Evet. Buradan mı gidebiliyoruz? Burada bir şey yok. Tamam, burası. Yok, burası da değil. Hadi burası olsun. Evet. Üçüncü kapının sonunda. Bir incelemeye başlayalım.
Champagne for a special occasion.
Evet. Hem içelim hem de güzelleşelim demişler.
It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Döndür diyordu. Kesin bir şey var arkasında. Evet. Burada komple bir bakmak istiyorum.
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
Çok güzel. O kadar çevirelim su dökülmesin. Evet.
Expensive
Giysi.
clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Evet. Şuradan.
These clothes belong to one of the
Evet. Şuradan hepsini atlamadan.
clothes
Evet.
belonging to one of the suspects.
Şu an girelim. İçeriye girdik. Wow.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
Çok oynayacak belli. İyi altında pestimal varmış.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
Direkt gözünden sıkmışlar ya. Hı.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Evet.
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Evet belli çok yanmış. Bu ne
The
bir
death was
bilek.
very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
Başka bir yere bakabiliyor muyuz? Yüze zaten baktık. Şuradan etrafa da bir bakalım çok şey yapmadan. Bu
The
ne?
grid
Grid.
cannot be removed.
Şey var.
Mr. Holmes?
Buradan evet.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk. It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about?
Baba.
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal. I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Ha, bunu tutmak için bir şey
It is
gerekli.
so hot. I cannot reach into it.
Evet, gözlük kırılmış.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier.
Evet.
These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
Oo, şu an bu arada sonuna
With the
kadar
steam
açtık.
on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Tamam.
G. Newell and Sons, steam specialists, Seattle, WA.
Evet. Ne kadar öteye görebiliyoruz duvar açıkken bir ona bakacağım.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Evet var. Adamlar şey gibi gölge gibi kalıyorlar. Evet. Hadi inşallah kapanırsın. Tamam. Kapatalım da şurayı.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Öyle bakalım. Yani bir çıkalım onu.
I cannot leave. I cannot leave until I have seen the body.
Ceset. Ne var burada ama tam çözemedim. Sahil. Kan.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large. I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
Çok muhabbet olduğu için çok dahil olamıyorum ama. Sana bir inceleyelim.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Nasıl ya?
This key
Evet.
is covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
D'ye basınca gözüküyor, diğer türlü gözükmüyor. Bir Philips'in yanına gidelim. Ne anahtarı olduğunu bir soralım.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
Telgraf var
Tell me the truth,
cebinde.
Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you? No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Güzel bir şampanyansa nereden geldiği belli olabilir.
Holmes?
Müfettişe bir tekrar konuşalım.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Sorun D'ye götürsün ya. Kişisel eşyaları incele. Ben bu kapıyla ilgili birkaç zorluk yaşayacağım. Kişisel eşyalar. Ama için bir eşyayı alalım.
These baths are becoming sinister.
Burası ne?
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Bunun üstüne bir şey yazıyordu ama.
This area serves...
He, kapıymış, tamam.
Tools used by archaeologists in their research.
Burada ne alakası var?
These tongs.
Evet, onu oradan alabiliriz. Güzel. O taşı. Ve başka ne var? Delikli
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
bunu aldık.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Tamam, burada işimiz kalmadı. Bir belge var, doküman. Bir bakalım. Hı. Gazeteler var. Masada galiba alacağımız her şeyi aldık. Burada ne var?
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Bayağı müze gibi bir yer yapmış adam, kendi kendine buldu. Bir tanesi
A
eksik.
glass plate negative is missing. It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue. Glass plate negatives, a remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
Bunu anlamadım, ne işe yarıyor. Buraya da bir bakacağım da gideyim o şeyi alayım oradan. İlk başta o şeyi oradan alayım. Ne işime yarayacak sonra bir bakayım. Evet, sol kenar. Ya, evet, eve gitmemiz lazım olacak. Yallah, saçma bir şey yaptırmaz evde bana. Evet, şuradan bir gidelim. Şuradan nereye çıkıyorsa. Animasyon girecek.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the cold room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
Bize
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
büyük ihtimal buraya gitmemiz için yıktılar ama.
Many leads here.
Bir polis memuruyla konuşalım tekrar. Ondan sonra Philips
All these events are
sesi.
bad for the baths.
Onlar karakola gitti zaten. Burada şey var. Onu kapattık. Bir eve gidelim. Bir eve gidelim. O taşı inceleyelim. Ben bir çıkarım yok yani. Bir eve gideceğim. Şunu inceleyeceğim. Evet. Çamur örneği. Evet.
White clay particles. Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Selenite. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to. The sample
Şurada.
of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans.
Oraya da gitmek gerekir mi? Bilmiyorum tam olarak. Şimdi de kanı analiz edelim. Bakalım kanda bir şey var mı?
This blood sample.
Bir netleyelim.
This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface. I must take a
İnceleyelim.
and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide.
Normalde kanın pıhtılaşması lazım ama bu kan pıhtılaşmamış. Çok pardon, burnum aktı. Onu şey yapıyorum.
I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide.
Pipeti alalım. Pipet. Şimdi dökelim biraz. Bunu güzel yapmışlar. Çılıp çılıp.
Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
O aldığımız metali
This is a
inceleyelim
piece of metal
şimdi.
taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver.
Ha, para gümüşmüş.
I must take a pipette
Evet,
and place
şuradan.
several drops of acid on the sample.
Pipeti alacağız. İzin verirse. Evet, pipeti alacağız. Aside batıracağız. Asit alacağız içinden. Sıcaklıklara eşdeğer olması için hem bunu damlatacağız, hem de bunu damlatacağız.
The
Evet.
reaction is the same red stain. It is silver. Britannia silver quality. My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Evet, inceleme yaptık. Watson bir şey diyor mu acaba?
What should we do next, Holmes?
Şuradan bir görevlerimize bakalım şimdi. Silahı bulacağız. Evet, şimdi şeye gidelim. Scotland Yard'a gidelim. Galiba şu an karakola gideceğiz. Scotland Yard dediği yerde. Arkadaşlar, karakola gitmeden önce videoyu burada bitirelim. Görüşmek üzere. Esen kalın. Hoşça kalın. Bay bay.